Hey everyone, and welcome back. Deftspider here. So I know we said we were going to try to go ahead and start building out the second floor and getting some more walls and stuff done up there. However, we were running low on bandages. Right now we currently have our log cart with us with 2 crates. One's empty, one's got some clay in it. We've got 2 stone crates here ready to fill up because we're about to do some mining. Because, like I said, we're low on bandages. We brought an extra stick and some plant fiber with us so we can make some more pickaxes. We've got 2 pickaxes, a spear, and a bow on us. We brought food so we can eat and be ready to fight in the cave. And we need to come to the cave because we need to get mushrooms. So today we're going to have to go over making bandages so we can get our stock back up before we end up dying from not having enough supplies. So you pretty much have 2 options at this point of the game. You can either go into the Vambi villages, start looking for blueprints and getting materials and resources from there, or you can come to the caves and just get some mushrooms. You can kill scorpions and get meat, and then you can harvest some other resources like lead from the rocks in here, get some coal and stuff like that. And I haven't been in the cave since the new update, so we just walked down the road to this one. And yeah, we're just going to give it a... we're going to check it out and see what's up with it. So let's go ahead and head inside of here. It's going to get dark, so I'm going to have to lighten this up in software. So when you see it in the video, it's going to look a lot brighter than it is because I'll add gamma to it. But for me, it's pretty dark. So when you come to these caves, the scorpions usually don't spawn immediately, but they'll start raining from the ceilings and stuff. And what we're going to be looking for are going to be these rocks like this right here. So we can bring out our pickaxe. Let's go ahead and get the one that's already lost durability. And then we'll mine it really quick. And it's going to drop us some materials. I wish I brought my torch. It's really hard to see. Alright, so they dropped us a lead ore, a piece of clay, and another lead ore. And if I remember right, it has a chance to drop iron, clay, and small stone. While we're in here, we should also be able to find coal nodes. Those are part of the new update. So we'll keep an eye out for those. I didn't realize the caves are so dark. It might just be my monitor with my current settings though, but it's really, really dark in here. Alright, so this one gave us 2 lead ore and a piece of clay also. And these weigh quite a bit, so that's why you want to bring your cart and your chest with you. And of course we get a Vambi. Alright, so we hit him in the head twice. He died. I don't think he gave us anything, so let's go ahead and get this stuff on the cart. So we'll put the clay in that one. We'll put lead in this one. We'll need the lead later on in the game. See if we can't go ahead and bring this in with us, so we don't have to make such far trips. Did I just see a mushroom, or am I seeing things? This one I just saw a mushroom. Yeah, so right here in front of us is a mushroom. Again, hard on my screen to see. Where did you go? Alright, there we go. So we're going to harvest that. Alright, so the cool thing about the mushrooms, they grow all year in the caves. If you eat them, you lose 2 thirst. You gain 5 health, though, so it's like cucumbers. Cucumbers are your best healing item besides using medkits for getting hit points back. Then the next thing is mushrooms. So medkits, cucumbers, mushrooms. It would be the way to go for healing. But make sure that you apply your bandages first. Alright, so like I said, these give my 5 health, minus 2 thirst, 3 carbs, 2 vitamins, 1 energy. We need these so that we can bulk craft. Well, you don't have to bulk craft, but so we can build and make bandages. So on the workbench, we can make 5 bandages in one go using tallow. Tallow is made from animal fat, so you need to be killing deer, boars. Boars are a really good source of animal fat. Kill bears. You'll get the animal fat, you'll add it to the workbench, and then you can make tallow. Tallow with plant fiber, so 5 tallow, 25 plant fiber will give you a bandage. Medicated bandages, it'll be 5 tallow, 25 plant fiber, and 5 mushrooms. So that's what we're after right now. And of course, it's always good to be getting clay. If anybody's wondering what I just did there, that I pressed C as in Charlie, and that allows you to squat. So let's go ahead and open up our clay box. We'll just throw our mushrooms in there. And then the rocks, these respawn over time. They're relatively quick. And then we can get some more clay, some lead ore. Another thing for 2 is if we had a mineral extractor, we could place one in here and find out what kind of ore drops. We don't have the iron for that just yet. I need to work on that. And we've got a bear outside. I'd like to kill him to get some tallow, but we'll worry about all of that later. So we're gonna try. We're gonna get this last rock, and then we're gonna look around and see if we see right there. We just got 2 lead and 1 iron. So this will be a good source to get some of your iron early on. Also, because one of these iron. Oh, and we got a scorpion attacking us, which I really can't see him. Oh, there he is. A little bitty shadow moving on the ground. So here's a scorpion. And he just cost us a medicated bandage. They're all over the cave. I like using bows for them, but they're gonna be really hard for me to see on my game as it is right now. So while we're taking damage, let's go ahead and apply a medicated bandage. I'm going to have to gather a ton of mushrooms before we can really thoroughly explore these. So let's try to get through here relatively quick. I'm probably going to have to run back to town and grab me a torch because I can't see with my current settings. Actually, let's try something really quick. Let's try to play with our settings and see if we can't lighten the screen up some. Alright, so let's go into options, video. Let's see if we turn our shadows down. Maybe. Oh wow, that's super bright now. I guess we can do that, then everybody can see what we're doing, and I won't have to do so much editing. Except that is ugly looking. God, that's hideous. It's like daylight in here. Alright, so we'll do this for a second, but I would not want to play like this. This is just ugly. Okay, so here we go. Here's a piece of coal. It should be a piece of coal. You're not loading now? I don't need to. Do I need a pickaxe for that maybe? Okay, there we go. Used to we got coal from mineral extractors. Now we just have to break up these little things, and it gives us 3 pieces of coal. We're gonna need that for winter to run our heater. There's a scorpion chilling right there, so we can pull out our bow. Oh God, we might die now. Yeah, we're totally gonna die. I guess so. Yeah, we should have killed that bear. He's obviously made it a lot smoother, so it's gonna respawn. So now we're at 98 total max hit points. It halved all of our stats. Man, turn those shadows down. Like, wow. Everything's so much brighter. Yeah, I closed the doors to keep the raccoons out because I can't move this while it's full of fish. We can go ahead and move this butcher table over here. We're going to put it in what's going to effectively be our kitchen. Let's put it on this side. I'm also going to put a fire over here so we can cook inside for when the blizzards and stuff hit. So let's go to food, and we'll eventually replace this with a stove. We'll just kind of set it in the center. So that'll be like another heat source. And then the thing I was talking about for the coal, we're going to need to build, under placeables, others, we're going to need to build a coal heater. We'll probably have to build a couple for this size space. And then that's going to take 10 iron ingots and 10 screws. 10 screws will be made on the anvil using copper ingots. So we've only got 1 right now, so we really need to work on all of that. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some food from over here. Well, that's good. We can go over how like dying works, and we'll get our hit points back up later. They should be able to go up all the way to 300, I believe, for the max. Same thing with stamina, and then our other sub-nutrients, we can get those up to 200. But that's going to take advanced cooking, so we're going to need the stove for that. We'll get to that once we have the iron to spare, and then we'll head back to the cave. The bear is probably going to be chilling there waiting on us. I need to build a second log cart just so we don't, like, I can go back and forth and pick up the bodies. Okay guys, so we're back at the cave. We're to grab us some more mushrooms like I said. So it's going to be these. We'll just right click and harvest. Keep your eye out for these scorpions. They are nasty little things. So we're going to shoot him with our bow. So to shoot your bow, hold right mouse button. You'll draw your arrow back, and then just left mouse button and you'll kill them. One shot should kill the scorpions. Occasionally it'll hit them, but it won't take effect. And besides that, that should be everything we need to go over for the caves. Just, you know, you can get lost in them to an extent because they are pretty large and extensive. I have not explored the new ones. They are completely different than the other ones I'm used to. But from while we're in here, we're going to grab us a couple of coal. You don't need a lot of coal to get started with. You can use it as fuel sources for your items that burn. But like I said, mostly we're just here for clay, iron, and a little bit of coal. And mushrooms, so we can get our bandages built. So like I said, I'm going to gather up a bunch of that, and then we'll head back over to the base. So it's pretty dark right now. It's nighttime. It's raining. We came back to base because the cave was so dark we couldn't finish what we were doing there. We did get some mushrooms out of that. With that said, though, we're going to go ahead and jump on a few other things while we wait for the sun to come back up. One of the things I'd like to get built before winter gets here is one of our placeable items under others, and that's going to be the greenhouse. It takes a lot of resources to build this. I don't know if we're going to have enough copper to do that. So we're going to go ahead and place one there so we can start adding materials to it as we need. The other thing I'd like to get 2 made of, which I doubt will happen before winter, but we'll go ahead and work on it too, is the mineral extractor. So that's going to be under placeables, others. Right here at the top, this is one of the things that's going to make life really easy for you. So we're going to go ahead and place 2 here so we can start working on those. I'd like to have one to put in our nearby cave and then one to just sit out here to get iron for us. These require 8 planks, 8 nails, and 18 iron ingots each. The greenhouse requires 60 nails, 60 planks, 8 copper ingot, and 30 pieces of glass. But once you get one of these built, the temperature inside of it stays the same, so you can grow plants in here by putting down planters. So we could go to I, open our inventory. I believe it's under placeables, food. You've got these plant beds, so you can place these inside. When you fill these, once you get your location that you want your greenhouse, you can stack these inside, and they're easier to put in. You can get the maximum amount by not building them at first, it's just laying them out. So you would want to build multiples of these side by side, because you can get them closer together while they're in their template form. But I'm only going to like build a couple to get us through winter, because you can kind of live off mushrooms, but yeah, I prefer to have actual vegetables. Now, while they're inside of here, they will not water on their own. You'll have to use a flask to water them. If they're built outside, they will grow and water themselves based off the rain. However, once winter hits, anything that's planted in those will die. If you move them, anything in them will die, and you'll lose your seed. Because that's why we've been saving our seeds since day one. I told you, any plants you harvest, make sure that you're saving all of your seeds. For the mineral extractors, any excess of food that you have, if you're raiding villages, any spoiled food that you pick up, you want to save for now, because we're going to use that to turn into fuel, biofuel. So as you can see, I've got meat and potatoes that I find that I don't need to cook or use for anything at the moment, and I just let them sit in here. They go bad, and that gives us the spoiled food so that we can fill up chests with them. And like I said, we'll turn that into biofuel and use that to fuel these until later in the game when we get oil extractors. All right, beyond that, that should be the main items that we need to be headed towards right now, besides blueprints when we get to the more advanced building. And we'll need to build, like I said, 1 or 2 of these, but that's going to take copper. We've got enough copper to build 1 of these right now. You can, I think, stay warm enough next to the campfires now if they're inside. On the second floor, I've gotten some questions on how to complete this roof piece here. So what I'm doing with mine is I'm just going to add walls here. So we'll go to construction, walls. I'm going to add window walls to my corners, like so. And like I said, you can play around. There's different ways to build things. This is just the look I'm going for at the moment. From there, we're going to add in some solid walls again. And I think we're going to go completely solid all the way around for the most part. We could put center windows just so it's not just a block. And then on this front side, we're going to add a door and build us a balcony on top of the porch that I'm planning to put in. So we'll go ahead and lay that out. So we'll get the wooden door frame. Then we'll add our windowed walls. As we fall down the stairs. So we'll do that. Another thing I want to do, let's get some of these out of the way. Around the staircase, just so we don't fall through it like we just did, I would like to go to construction, railings. We're going to grab the full-size wooden railings, and you can spin those and change their angles and placement a little bit. So we're going to place 3 of the longs, and then we're going to use the one made for staircases right here. And there are curved ones too. We can actually go ahead and build these if we want. Well, actually, no, we can't, because I'm going to do something different here, I think. Well, you know what? It's only 2 wood logs, so we can... if we wanted to add those, we can build them like so. But if you wanted to put pillars and stuff off of these, like we're going to do on the porch, you want to try to build your pillars and your railings in template form. Like set them up first and then build them, because they will collide with each other from time to time. From there, we're going to add in some ceiling pieces right here. And you should be able to walk on these. Now, if you save your game and come back in, you will not be able to walk on these build templates. So we're going to set these out to get our front porch started. Like so. From there, we'll head downstairs and kind of lay out the front. And like I said, in editing software, like on my screen, it's like pitch black right now. But in editing software, I will add gamma to everything so you can see what's going on. Actually, we needed a foundation piece. So we'll go to foundations, add those, they'll snap into place. Just like this. And we'll just get us a nice little porch laid out. And that's going to help our building not be so blocky. I'm not really sure how far out I want to go with these. Let's see, so that we might just want to do 2 out. So we'll do 3 and see how that looks. So we'll delete that one, delete this one. Let's add in our curved foundations. And see if we can't give some texture to the front of this building. And from there, we'll build out the bottom first, just to make sure nothing up top is going to collide with it. Do I want to put windows up there? No, because we're going to use that as like a storage room area. And I went ahead and added some of these torches to each one of these little small sections. I need a couple more fragments, and we'll put one over there. And that's going to be our kitchen, like a bedroom, forge room. And then I'm not really sure what we're going to do with that one. We might put all of our crafting benches in there, like the chemistry tables and everything else. And then, of course, we got a Vambi coming to play. I'm not sure where he's at, so we'll hide in our spike traps. But we're currently on October, fall, day 9. So, yeah, things are heating up. I wonder if he's breaking a wall or something. Where is he at? So I like leaving my doors open so they can just come in. He might have been like at max distance, and when we walked in, he just lost aggro, lost interest in us. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Anything good for me today? 1 biofuel. So that's what I was talking about making on our workbench is biofuel. And we can cover something else really quick I meant to mention or cover in one of the last videos. So in your storage crate, if you've got things that are at weird angles, so for instance, if we have like an iron ingot and it's twisted like this, or you want to twist it like that, and this works on all items that go in chests. So if you left click on it and then use your mouse wheel while holding the left mouse button, you can rotate its position to change how the direction it's facing while it's in a crate, and then replace it. So like if you don't like that biofuel looking like that, just use your mouse wheel and you can spin it. All right, and from there, we got a deer. He got away. From there, we're just going to start adding on some materials. While it's nighttime, we'll go ahead and build out some of that. I guess we could sleep, technically. But we'll get the front porch bottom layer laid out. We'll probably go back to the caves to get some more mushrooms. Because let me see, we've got a little over 25. Do we have enough to cover how to build bandages? Like itempedia, bulk items. I like doing everything in bulk because it's just faster. So we need... I think we're going to be a little bit low on animal fat, so we need 10 animal fat. We need some plant fibers. Yeah, we can get a couple of those going, because we're out of bandages right now for the most part, like at least medicated ones. So let's go over here. Let's get us a stack of 50 of that. Let's grab 14 animal fat, and that's all we have. I thought I had more, but if I do, I don't know where it's at. We can come over to our workbench. We're going to hold down shift, use the left mouse button, drag it over. Let's grab 10 of these. All right, so that gave us 10 tallow. So yeah, I think we need a minimum of like 5 to even craft that. So let's go over here back to our itempedia, others, tallow, workbench. Okay, 2 animal fat to make 1 tallow. Man, I really need more animal fat. So I guess we can't bulk craft right now. So we just need a couple. Well, we're gonna bulk craft some medicated because we still have some regulars. We'll move that over. I believe we need to get our mushrooms first. Where did I hide you, mushrooms? All right. So if we're gonna bulk craft, we need the 5 tallow, the 25 plant fibers, and 5 mushrooms. So we might be good not going back to the cave for a minute. So 5 of those, 5 tallow, and then 25 plant fiber. And that's going to bulk craft medicated bandages, so we should be able to survive for a little bit longer now. So let's just stash that in here until we get some more made up. Take a quick nap, get our energy levels back up, and our thirst levels non-existent right now. We're on day 9, so since we haven't been hit by the swarm yet, it's got to be coming on day 10 for sure. Alright, so we're back into daytime. We can see now, everything looks beautiful. we got a pumpkin over there, let's go ahead and grab that. We've running out of stamina because we're thirsty. I don't think we have any... We're going to go ahead and eat some meat because we're already thirsty, so it's not going to hurt anything. Let's go ahead and get that stat up. We're going to eat some of this, will give us a little bit of thirst. So then our stamina will recover, because if you're completely thirsty, you will have no stamina, and if you do have stamina, it'll just zero out. Harvest that to get us some vitamins and stuff back, some vitamins. Another bear. Oh no. Alright, so if we're using... Let's get to where he's not just going to spot us and charge us. So if you're using stone arrows, you need to make a note too that they do break. So we have 25 on us right now. Let's see, will this tell us how often they break? Yeah, so the stone arrows have a 50-50 chance of breaking. The bone have no chance of breaking. So once we get the advanced workbench, we can build some better arrows. Where did you go, bear? I really don't want to have like a stabbing competition against you. Yeah, I don't guess we're gonna have a choice. Alright, so then we can grab our cart. Oh, here's the dead bird. Let's grab that. Because we're going to need the feathers to make our winter clothes soon. And actually what we need to do, we need to just build an extra cart. Because I don't like having to unload my cart every time I turn around. So 2 log carts seems to be the way to go. So we're going to need the 10 planks, 10 nails, 3 wood logs for that. And we're going to rush this because if we wait, the bear will despawn. And then we won't be able to get the tallow meat and everything off of him. Just haul them in here into the kitchen. We're eventually going to build us like a smokehouse type deal where we can put all of our drying racks and a couple of butchery tables. Alright guys, so I'm going to get all this meat stored in the crate so it'll turn into fuel. Put it on the drying racks where there's space. Get our thirst and stuff taken care of. And then I'm going to start gathering up a bunch of materials and everything to get to building all these extractors and everything that we need. So once I have some iron and everything put together, I will we'll jump in and check that out. We'll check in more building on this structure here. And by then will probably be nighttime, so we can expect to maybe see the horde or swarm coming for the first wave. I want to say the first wave is just going to be 1, and then it's going to be 3 or 4, and it should increase by 3 every time to a maximum of 15. Okay guys, so we're currently on day 10, 12 a.m. You can look in the top left, you see Horde event active, 3 out of 3 zombies to kill. So it is on day 10 that it happens, so day 9 going into day 10 at midnight. You'll get attacked by the first horde. There'll be 3 zombies coming for you. They may attack your building, they may attack you, but they will come to whatever area you're currently at. We're currently in the little ring outside our base and waiting on them to show up. We do have 3 spears and a bow on us. We're just going to try to spear them down for now. They will come from all directions, so make sure you pay attention. Hopefully they come straight to us because we have all the doors open. Yep, see, I hear them beating on something already. So let's take a look. Where would you be? What are y'all breaking? I want to use up all my stamina. What are they trying to break down? Well, they just broke something, that's great. We missing any walls? Oh, there's one behind us. Oh, and he's jumping at us. That's great. It's always fun. Oh, another one. Alright, so we're still missing one. I don't know what they broke, but they definitely broke something. Let's go ahead and harvest them because their bodies will despawn relatively quick. Maybe he was on the spike traps and that's what I was hearing. Oh, yep, there he is. He's still overreacting. A little bit over dramatic. And that's the end of the horde, guys. So maybe he broke something down here by the river. So you're gonna want to reinforce and secure everything, because the reason for that is originally you could glitch them out by log carts and log stands and they wouldn't attack anything. Now the devs turned it back on to where they attack structures and buildings on the horde events, which makes sense. I mean, they're coming to destroy your stuff, probably because you're building in the area, pissing them off. Think of them like kind of like savages. All right, so we killed them. We got 2 pieces of clay, some animal fat, and 2 iron fragments. I was hoping for some copper because we're currently in November, so it's going to be winter very soon. Here's the chicken, guys, and we can cover something really quick too. Well, maybe not since it's dark, but so the chickens give you eggs and stuff. You can just run them down if you have enough stamina and just stab them when they die. Then we'll harvest that, get a couple feathers, and some eggs and some chicken meat. Alright, but that's our first horde event. Like I said, you can survive the first 1 or 2 pretty easily without losing too many parts to your base and too many important things. Besides that, we've been working on this. We've got 10 out of 8 iron ingots on it. We've got 8 planks. We probably have some nails and stuff in here we can use. We've been forging and smelting. We've been adding on planks to the front porch and some logs to get it started. So let's see. Oh, and then the Vambies have dropped us 1 aluminum ingot, so we went ahead and smelted that. We got 1 cobalt ingot, which is this blue one, so we smelted it. And then we have our copper ingot, so we can take that, put it on our anvil. That's going to give us 10 screws. And we're going to go ahead and add those to our heater because it's the most important thing right now that we need. So now we have a heat source. So then we can take a piece of coal and go ahead and put it in there and get ready for when the blizzards hit. You just add that to the bottom, and then you'll take your lighter and just drag it and drop it on there, and it will light that up, and it's going to warm a certain square footage of your space that you're in. So besides that, that's right, we needed some nails. Let's go into here. We've only got 2 of those left. So yeah, I'm just going to keep smelting and forging until we get the iron that we need. We might go raid a village once the sun comes up and just see if we can't get a couple of copper pieces or something good from there, or from the Vambies that are roaming in it, because we do have a village right next to us. So if we look at our map, let's zoom back, actually we'll stay zoomed in. So right here next to us, I mean, it's like a stone's throw away. We've got our Vambi village. Every 10 days after you loot one, the loot will respawn in them, so it's a good way to get loot that you need. And that's one reason I wanted to build here, because we've got a cave, fish. Like, this is one of the best, probably the best spot to build in, unless you just want to challenge yourself. You're also close to the swamp. But like I said, we'll be back again once we get some more of the stuff built out. Like, we're going to go ahead and finish that campfire. We'll go ahead and finish that other pot torch over there. We'll get the bottom of this porch built out. Then we're going to lay out the railings and poles that we're going to use on it. And hopefully, we'll probably, like I said, we'll probably be in winter. Or we'll start seeing some snow soon. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Another thing we need to cover real quick with winter coming and making arrows, like I said, you need feathers. So when you see birds that are alive, you can also kill them. And you can throw your spear. I don't know if we covered that yet or not. So just throw your spear, just hold down your right mouse button. You'll see your spear, be picked up. And of course he flies so we can't see him. And just aim. There's no drop, so just get your white dot on them if they ever stop. Will you stop moving, bird, please? Of course you're going to walk where I can't see you. If you get too close, they'll fly away. So you can kill them with a spear or you can kill them with a bow. And I think I just missed. Let's see here. Now I can't see anything because of that icon, so we'll just use our arrow. There we go. So that's how you can kill your birds, by throwing the spear at them or just shooting them with your bow. If your arrow didn't break, you can collect it back. Looks like that one broke. So usually I use the spear just because it's easier to make. And that's how you can get your feathers together so you can make your winter clothing. And we'll just throw that in our miscellaneous box here. So we've got 108 feathers. So we should be good for winter as far as making feathers. And if we need to make more arrows, we can do that too. We're down to 24 now. And I just wanted to cover that really quick. I think our forges are almost done, so we'll grab the log carts and get ready to head out. Yeah, so fires are about to burn out, so let's see if we can't get one more load of iron cooking. So let's grab the last of this ore. Slowly creep our way back over. Let's see, 2 rocks. We'll finish that off. Alright, so we need to get some nutrients up. It's 8 a.m. in the morning on day 10. Throw these ingots here. That leaves us with 2. We need 8 nails. So we can use one of those for that. We'll store the other one in case there's something else we need to build in a minute. Get our first mineral extractor going. Alright, and there is the mineral extractor. So for that to work, so we're running out of water, it looks like. Eat some of this cucumbers. We don't eat too many. I'm going to save some of those for when we go to the village. Alright, so let's grab... We go into our itempedia. Go into bulk items. We've got biofuel right here. So it can be crafted on the workbench using 3 spoiled food. It is an alternative fuel source for the mineral extractor, so we need 15 spoiled food to make 5 of these. So let's just grab this entire crate. We'll drop it right here. Let's do a take all for now. Come into our food bag. We'll hold down Alt and move it over. I don't know why I just moved that many. Actually, we needed, what, 15? So maybe that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, just enough. Hit craft. Now we've got some biofuel. We can run over here to our extractor. So you don't need, it shouldn't need but 4. So let's go ahead and split our stack. Drop this on the old icon right here. You'll see it's full now. You can extract stone only by hitting this check mark up here. And then we'll just power it on. And every 5 minutes it's going to start pulling oil up and then it'll fill this chest up. So just check on it every now and then. So if it runs out of oil, it'll stop extracting. And we'll let that run. It should help us get iron a lot faster. And from there, like I said, we'll get nutrients up. And then I think we're going to go and try to hit the first village. I need to check the time and make sure. Or maybe that's maybe we'll start the next. You know what? Let's go ahead and build, because the village takes a little bit of time to explore. So we'll do that on the next episode. This.